I think from time to time we've probably all witnessed an event that we feel is wrong and counts as harassment or bullying. Healthcare is a high pressure environment, and sometimes in the high stakes kind of care of patients, some people can lose their cool and can say things that they later regret.
Many of us have been brought up in a culture where that stress leak and that offloading on a junior colleague has been acceptable, and that's the culture that we've grown up with. As we all know, bullying is perpetuated down through the ranks essentially by the behaviour that our junior staff see and then model themselves. So if we bully our junior staff, then they in turn will then bully their junior staff when they become consultants.
Most of the time the issues that we have are just simply communication, and people don't communicate if they're not respected, and they don't communicate if they don't feel that they're able to. So we have to allow them to communicate. That environment is one for the junior doctors especially. It's a training environment, and if they can't ask questions then they're never going to get trained. It's really important, and if they're going to learn to work together, they have to learn how to work with different people across different spectrums, no matter what.
The type of environment I'd like to be part of is one that fosters cohesiveness, teamwork, a culture of openness, good communication, one where we all learn from each other. I think that's one of the things that really distinguishes us here, is that we have that great teamwork where it fosters that environment of learning where we do all teach each other. I've just been involved in a delivery where I've been hands on hand, and it's been the midwife who's been teaching me. So it's not just doctor to doctor, it's also allied health to doctors and things like that. So it works really well.
I think it's really important for all of us junior medical officers that when we come to work that we're part of a really positive, open environment where you can do your work and do it to the best of your ability without any fear of being bullied or harassed at any stage.
The way in which we all interact as colleagues on a day-to-day basis forms an essential part of the way that we as a hospital and as a health district take care of patients.
I think it's really important that colleagues support each other in bullying and harassment, because if we don't, we're condoning the behaviour. It's really important that we do encourage people to speak out, that we do also go into bat for our colleagues when they're experiencing bullying and be that support, whatever it is that they need.
A team that works really well together is able to talk with each other and solve problems together, and in which everyone feels well supported and that the contributions they make to a team are being listened to.
We have to listen to the people whose voice isn't being heard. It's the other ones, the quieter ones, the ones who don't feel empowered to speak up, who really do need to be supported. We need to be open to listen to these people. We need to make sure that there is a channel for them to get their voice across.
If we allow interactions between staff members to go unchecked, which fall into the category of bullying and harassment, then that's the standard that will develop in your department.
I think the core values are at the centre of everything that we do here. And I think when we're talking about bullying, those core values of openness and communication are fundamental. It's really important that we create a culture where we can be open to talk about it and where people feel that they can communicate about it. It's the only way that will change behaviour, and it's the only way that people will feel that things are happening in a way that you don't have to be a victim of workplace bullying, that it isn't unacceptable behaviour.
Colleagues supporting each other to prevent bullying and harassment and setting the tone and the culture of the building and the workplace is really important.
So having a positive workplace environment, particularly in a healthcare setting, is key. Not only does it make your workplace a more enjoyable place to be an employee, but it makes it far more productive and is key to providing excellent clinical care.
Ultimately, it all comes down to caring for our patients. If we're not communicating with each other properly, if we don't feel safe to talk to each other, then we're not looking after our patients properly.
I really enjoy working in an environment where people want to work together and pull together and be part of a team. It's very positive. You can work really, really hard, But at the end of the day, you know you're tired, but you're tired and you feel something fantastic's going to happen and it's really good and really positive. It's a very different feeling when you're feeling pushing and pulling against other people all day long. You feel you can work twice as hard, twice as exhausted, and you don't actually feel that you've made anything. So it's not a question of working hard, it's a question really of working together. And when you get that time when you're working together, you really do feel good about the fact that you put so much blood, sweat and tears into things.
I really hope we can work towards a workplace that is free of any bullying and harassment towards any levels of staff in the hospital.